To keep a lid on things, make sure that we're working at the right paces rather than overdoing it.
Come on, Andy! You can do it! I'm going!
Yeah, as long as you're happy in all aspects of life, I would say you're going to run dead fast.
Welcome to the track at Font-Romeu. I don't know if there's been any footage and videos yet of this place. You've caught it on probably the best day. It's a little bit windy, but I'll tell you what, the sun is beaming, as you can see. I'll be squinting if I take these off. We've got the first introductory session, I guess. We did have one session down at the lake, which was, threshold intensity, but with shorter reps, so a little bit harder to gauge where you are. It's kind of just a blow off the cobweb sort of session. Today's a bit more of a dedicated threshold intensity session, the idea of improving our thresholds. So for that we'll be split up, so you'll see a few different groups on the track depending on where people are currently at with their fitness and or what data Andy has from their lab testing of who might be paired up well together to start with. Obviously we're not at sea level, we are 5,000 feet, 5,000-6,000 feet, so how much slower we need to go is going to be slightly different for everybody, so it's kind of a trial and error period, but you try and find the best possible compromise, I guess, between. So we'll do 10 by a K, I believe, of 60 seconds. The first 3 or so for everyone will be quite pedestrian, and then I think we'll start to get it going a little bit until we sort of reach a biting point of that sort of threshold intensity. Andy is very cautious with the first session. He doesn't want to put anyone in a hole that they can't get out of, so we'll probably undercook this massively compared to if we were by ourselves, where we'd go, yep, all right, 5-minute miling, no problem, and be quite tired afterwards. So we'll get this done. Don't know what else is going to happen for the rest of the day, and then we've got a steady run tonight. Intensity TBC, depending on how this goes.
I think it's pretty sensible, pretty light, I would say. I think this afternoon we won't be pushing it at all, and this morning's pretty, well, it depends what everyone decides to do. Because I'm quite scared that bloke's quite fit at the minute, so I might be taking all the reps. No, it should be good. Nice morning at the track. Pretty relaxed. Got a long time till racing and stuff, so where Andy's keeping me under wraps, keeping me calm.
How long have you been doing double threshold for?
I've been doing it since October, since here I think. Yeah, because I had my first one out here in October last year. Yeah, I love them because, I mean, a control session is my favourite kind of session. I like to be in my comfort zone. Yeah, I think it's health and loads, just strength, endurance, just gets you really fit. Yeah.
What would you say advice is maybe to a younger athlete or someone getting into running about attitude towards running? Like, how have you found a balance between taking it seriously to get to the level you're at, but also wanting to enjoy the process and stuff?
I think probably the main thing is just balance, like life, work, running. I think it's taken me years, but when I found the balance, which I probably did about this time last year, like things started to like improve. So yeah, as long as you're happy in all aspects of life, I would say you're going to run dead fast.
And you'd say you run your fastest when you're being happiest with other stuff. You've got stability in your life.
100%. Yeah, just no stress outside of running. So yeah.
We've all had very different paths to get to where we are, and none of us were 18-year-old child stars that straight away got a pro contract for 5 years. We had to go up and down, have crap races, good races, hustle around, have jobs. We've got relationships that we manage, etc. So yeah, you'll get there in the end. You just got sometimes chill, less is more.
Ollie,
Yeah.
what's it like being Andy Hobdell's son?
Can I don't comment on that?
Yeah.
Feeling good at the moment?
Yeah.
Everyone says you're fit.
I'm fit, bro. I need race now.
You need a race?
Now, yeah.
No. Now.
Yeah.
What's it like training with the group? Because obviously you live in Ireland by yourself, and you obviously do a lot of running by yourself, but when you're with the team, how do you find it helps? What do you like about the team?
But when the group, they have the speed is so cool, you know.
You have discipline
Yeah,
when you're with the group.
discipline,
When you're
yeah.
by yourself, you're going hard.
Hard. But when you're inside, it makes you very fit because you need to be smart, you know, in training. But that is I learned from the team.
Great answer. Great answer, Ephraim.
Scott, what shoe are you wearing today?
It's a mystery. No one can know. It's this, but when Charlie edits this, it will be blurry, and you just have to imagine that it's the best shoe you've ever seen in your life behind the blurriness. And if you can get that image in your head, you've got it in one.
Not doing the session, but I am just doing a jogging strides. Me and Ellis caught something that put us in the bin for like 2 days. Good step back. Rest of the house have been chilling. But yeah, so I'm just kind of on a different schedule now because I've felt shit for 3 days being ill. So just a few strides to get something back in the legs, and then I'm on coaching duty today, taking lactates. I'm going to lie about every number and tell everyone that they were too high.
So here we are, sunny Font Remote. The track, as you can see, we timed it perfectly. Most groups train on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We train on a Wednesday for a tactical reason. Have a look around. Look, we have the track to ourselves. So session this morning is 10 times a K. It's a very introductory session to the camp because we're going to start fairly slow, which is obviously to elite athletes is not pleasant. They don't like running slow, but it's a sensible session. 10 times a K, progressing from LT1 through to LT2, and we'll probably do LT2 plus on the last rep. It's a very nice relaxed session, calm, collected, no stress, no drama, done.
Rory, you're on testing duty today. Can you give me a quick 30-second explanation of why we test lactate, especially at altitude?
Yeah, just it's a bit of a better biomarker than heart rate. Heart rate can be a bit of a red herring, but lactate, we can definitely make it a bit more black and white. Gives an idea exactly where the body's at. And again, like, you can't really argue with it. So it's, yeah, obviously just to keep a lid on things, make sure that we're working at the right paces rather than overdoing it. We just take these to make sure that we're not causing excess damage.
How fast do we get the scores on, eh?
What was your heart rate at the end there, Callum?
7.4. So, a complete accident, but he looked at his watch, and when he looked, he stepped on the rail, and because the rail makes that sort of noise, as soon as it crackled, it made me jump, and I just rolled my ankle that way. I think it's going to come up quite bruisey there. Doesn't feel great, not gonna lie.
Yeah, good. Felt really smooth.
Feel like enough?
Nah. No, it was good. Pretty, really controlled. Felt smooth as well. Pace didn't feel too bad. Alright, it was good. So boxes ticked.
Part 1 done.
How was it?
Yeah, good.
Splits,
Nice and
stuff like that?
We started at 3:55 and got down to 3:35, 30, something like that. Yeah. It was, yeah, there were. It was nice and chilled, just what I like.
So, as you know, as you might see some footage, Andy made us all go and get a test because, you know, he just likes us to fill our days with stuff. And now he's going to explain to you why he likes us to get 1, blood test for our general sort of health signals, and then 2 for our specific lactate stuff.
Yes.
Mr. Hobdell.
Thanks, Callum. No, it's always sensible before, especially before you come to altitude, to go and get yourself tested. It helps with me when the athletes come here with their heart rate zones, and then to add on to that, it's really key that when you're at altitude that you don't go too hard too soon, and that you stay within yourself. And having these zones assessed at sea level before we come out proves really helpful in controlling that. The blood test, well, what's the point of coming to altitude if your iron levels are extremely low? Well, you're not going to accumulate the red blood cells which you need when you come to altitude, and so it's very key that you get your blood test done at sea level before you come out. And then of course when you come to altitude, ensure that your iron levels at the right level so that you get the red blood cell count that you want from coming to altitude. There's no point doing these things unless you do them properly. It's a happy beaty. It is.
You off for a jog?
I am off for a jog. It's called, what did we talk about, Charlie, in Flagstaff?
Staff run.
Staff run.
Meeting Macau staff minimum fitness requirements.
It is. Health and fitness. We've got a very good regime looking after our support staff. We must, 1, look after ourselves, 2, look after others.
I like that. That's good. What's the plan for this afternoon's second part of the double threshold, Andy?
Yeah, look, part 2 is an LT1 run, so the guys are just going to run round at their LT1 heart rate and enjoy that for 5 miles. Very simple.
I have a present for you, Charlie.
Oh,
Since you just finished your study.
what is it? No way. Chocolate milk.
I have
Thank
more
you.
as well.
Oh,
I've been like more goodies.
more goodies.
Yeah.
How are you feeling after this morning, Tara?
Alright, a bit tired, but
All right.
Did you have a sleep this afternoon?
An hour nap. Dream.
What did you dream about?
Not done.
It's a bit small. You need better sizing over here. More in hydration.
Oh!
I don't want to do this somewhere.
I'll cycle with you in a second.
We just do it. Come on, just do it again.
Just do it again.
Seriously, have you not started yet?
Trying to get Charlie to do it with me.
No, he's not going to do it.
We've just done it.
Again, just do
I'm
it
not
again.
doing it again.
Right, come on. There's a sweepstake to see if you run further or faster than Charlie did on his heart rate. Charlie,
We can't run further because we're all both doing
if you
5
don't
miles.
If you don't run faster than the support staff,
Right, well I'm not looking at heart rate then. I'm just going to smash it.
well, go on then.
Sarah, you could be a mile in by now.
Because every little thing.
I think this is called apathy.
Just remember that when you're at
Procrastinator.
Right, go on.
Procrastination.
Procrastin. No, it's just Aston. It's just in the middle of the word. Bye.
160 to 165
First mile.
for the first part. Get yourself warmed up, get juices working, running, and then just ease yourself into that next category.
Okay.
Between 165 and 170.
Can't wait.
Can you explain how
Can't wait.
last October Ephraim only wore Bondis and now he's found the fast shoes and we're
Yeah,
all
so
scared?
we do a lot of running at steady, so that could be anything depending on the day, from 550 to 520, sometimes under 520, depending on how you're feeling. But Ephraim usually just wears the Bondi, the old Bondi as well, Bondi 9, very good shoe. And yeah, the whole of last camp Ephraim just cranking 530s in them. And in this camp he seems to have discovered the plastic plated shoe. They're pretty much a super shoe minus a carbon plate. They have a plastic plate, so they're a bit easier on the body. I feel like he needs reins on. I used to have reins as a child, right? So I didn't run away from my parents. They'd take us to the supermarket. I'd be strapped in like this, like on a dog lead, because otherwise I'd just run away. I feel like that's what I need to put on him now. I'm going to put a little harness under him and just like tow myself behind him like that.
On your marks. Get set. Andy, go.
You're trying to.
Nice, Sarah.
Nice, Andy.
Come on, Andy! You can do it! I'm going!
Good that. 5:06 average.
Quality, lad.
5 like 26 first mile, and then pretty much mostly sub 3 or sub 5 and like 5:10 up the hill. That's good.
Double threshold, Scott.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you like have to do during the day that you like to make sure you can get through both at the right effort?
Yeah, definitely try and do not too much with your day. Like, it's easy to be like, oh, I want to go out and stuff, but like when you've got 2 sessions, like I think probably the easiest way you could put yourself in the bin is doing something in between the sessions. Like most of it.
The coach is still going, finishing the coach's part.
Last rep, Andy. Hit it. Most of it is just honestly sitting around, and then yeah, fueling's probably a big one that I've had to concentrate on. Probably eating more than you think you need, and sometimes maybe being a bit full for the second session, or even just like Morton has helped me a lot, like the products, like getting just carbs, like, because it's a lot easier than getting food in. I try and have, if I'm having double session, something straight before the session and straight after as well. So probably nice. Yeah, not doing too much today and feeling right.
You stay at your target heart rate? Because I did.
Kind of.
I beat Charlie.
You beat Charlie, that's all that matters. That means he's cooking, right? And he has to get dessert this evening.
Oh, have we got Oranginas?
Yes.
We got more goodies.
Oh, you got chocolate milk?
Post-run treaties.
Post-run Scott treaty.
Right, I have. I got protein yogurt,
Nice.
chocolate milk,
Nice.
and best of all, Orangina.
Callum, could you just explain what happened this morning and why you're on the bike this afternoon?
Yeah, so 10 by K this morning, you saw me in the video. What we didn't capture is I rolled my ankle on one of the reps. There was, long story, there was somewhat of a commotion in the train that I was in. I ended up rolling my ankle. It's not the end of the world. It's not probably going to show on camera, but it is extremely swollen. Don't know, can you see that at all? Probably can't, can you?
A little bit.
You can kind of see it, you
Yeah.
can see it. So anyway, it would be stupid to try and run today. I probably could. Let's say that if a lion was attacking me right now, I could probably run away safely. However, not optimal for training. So I had 2 choices really. Completely rest it up. I didn't think it was bad enough to need to completely rest it, to be honest. It's just like the ankle that I shouldn't really use. Go to the gym and spin on the bike, which if you know me personally, you know I did that pretty much all the last summer, so it's not my favourite thing to do. Or I could get one of the electric bikes, turn the motor off so they're really heavy, and just absolutely rag it around the around the lake, so to speak, within reason. So basically, joking aside, what I tried to do is replicate the steady run that they did within the means of what my legs could do on the bike, so I don't want to completely zap my quads out for the rest of the week. So I did about 45 minutes on the bike, averaged 141 BPM, which is probably my easy run heart rate, but effort on the bike, because I'm a crap cyclist, was obviously more towards a steady, if not a tempo. Didn't die doing 28 mph without a helmet with my headphones in, which is not good generally. Bad, that's actually bad. But we had to do it. So yeah, there we go. Successful day overall, other than the fact that my ankle's a bit dodgy. Tomorrow is Thursday for everyone in the world, including myself, and that's our easy day of the week, where basically some people will cross-train, some people will easy run 45 minutes to an hour, some people have a total rest day, depending on 1, what Andy wants, 2, how their body feels. So it's quite a nice day for it to happen, because I banked a good session this morning. I've still got a bit of aerobic stimulus at high altitude this afternoon, and then tomorrow I can either get an easy run if it feels alright, maybe go on the bike again, or if I need to shut it down and let it totally rest, I should be good for the weekend, because the priority is getting ready for Saturday's session.